call this meeting, this special session, we'll go ahead and start. This meeting is a meeting of the school board and public for the purpose of conducting the school corporation's business. It is not considered a public community meeting. There will be time for public participation as indicated by the agenda. The meeting site is fully accessible. Any person requiring further accommodation should contact the superintendent at the school corporation's central office. So we'll call this meeting to order first with a pledge of allegiance. Mrs. Jones, can you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We do have a quorum. All members are present except for Mr. Hendricks, who is available today. So we do have a quorum. Next, mission statement. I'm going to mix this up. Mr. Clauser, could you read our mission statement?
Absolutely. Lebanon Community School Corporation challenges everyone every day to reach a new best.
Thank you. Next, we have comments from the public. None. We're saying none. We'll move on to action items. Action number 3A, recommended ratification of the LCSC and LCTA contracts for 23-24.
Thank you, Mr. Parks. I gave a detailed summary of the contract at the hearing at the October meeting, so I won't delve into that. Just to reiterate my thanks to LCTA for their cooperation in developing this contract. Thank the community for passage of our operating referendum that is instrumental in us being able to bring historic raises in base salary, insurance contributions, and our extracurricular table to teachers. Very proud to bring this contract to the board today. I will note that there is one modification in the contract, which is what that period of time between the hearing and today is. It did not materially change the contract in any way. However, through our membership in the insurance trust, health insurance trust, between the time of our TA and today, the attorneys that represent that insurance trust that we're members of, we're doing a deep dive into teacher contracts and language related to health insurance. And in our contract, it spoke about covering spouses upon the death of a employee, and that it would be provided through our contract. That's not guaranteed through the trust. The trust may change their coverage determinations through their vote that they take at the trust. We were a bit in jeopardy in the contract of promising to provide benefits that our insurance trust may not be set up to do. You all, as board members, would have been on the hook, so to speak, to cover that benefit that may not have been in the trust. So we reworked the language, shared it with LCTA and ISTA representatives. They were fine with that. So there was a slight modification. Again, doesn't change. We put in there that we would cover them if it is part of the plan, then we would provide that coverage. But if obviously if it's not, then we would not. So just a little bit of housekeeping in a way that could have resulted in a costly situation for the board. So that's the only change to the contract that you saw in October.
Okay. Thank you for all your hard work on this. I know it's been months, and for the LCTA as well for working with us. So do we have a motion to ratify the 23, 24, 24, 25 contract with the LCTA?
I'll move to ratify.
Mr. Clauser, do we have a second? Mrs. Hutchison. Do we have any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is recommended wage and benefits for non-certified staff.
Thank you, Mr. Parks. In front of you in your background notes would be a combination of both increase in our contributions to classified staff's insurance for all the reasons that Dr. Millman just shared. We feel it apropos to increase our contribution to the insurance of our classified staff as well. And then behind that page, you do have the increases to all of our different classified employee groups. This is in order to maintain our competitiveness with neighboring school corporations in these separate job categories and roughly represent on average 5% raise to these employees. So with that, happy to answer any questions on either this benefit contribution increase or the compensation increases themselves, but otherwise happily recommend this to the board for approval.
All right. Do we have a motion then to recommend the wage and benefits for non-certified staff as provided in our background notes? Board back. Mrs. Jones. Do we have a second? Mrs. Hutchison. We have a motion and a second. Do we have any further discussion, questions? Now, this is not the admin staff, which we will be visiting later on. This is everybody else other than that,
We
correct?
plan to bring that recommendation to you at your regular meeting, if that's
Correct. Yep, absolutely. So we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Finally, we have recommendation of Perry Worth snow removal.
I had every intention of bringing this at our regular meeting in November, but 3 weeks ago, as I was looking at the forecast for the following weeks, it was very chilly, and I feared that we may get a snow event before our November 21st meeting, and so I know it's odd to bring a snow removal contract when we're 70 degrees outside on November 8th, but I wanted to get this done now. Let's for a second shelf the fact that we've added more than 10,000 square feet of asphalt at Perry Worth for the new bus loop and the hundreds of linear feet of sidewalk that both will line our new additions that we're currently constructing and of course the new bus loop itself. Our current ground staff of 5 is not all we need to achieve snow removal on a snow event morning. We have to recruit members of our custodial and maintenance staff who they themselves have a personal obligation at 4 a.m. Some of them are single parents, and it is at times difficult to garner together the staff to accomplish our snow removal so the school can begin safely on time or 2 hours early. Compound the fact that we have no equipment stationed at Perry Worth. All that equipment must depart Lebanon and go to Whitestown in order to achieve the snow removal. So with that in mind, and certainly with the new areas of asphalt and sidewalk that have been added, I tasked our operations department to just reach out and see what we're looking out to get some help at Perry Worth to achieve snow removal so that our staff of grounds can focus and concentrate their efforts on our schools here in Lebanon proper. You can see we did solicit quotes from many. 2 companies did provide quotes. Would be this page right here, and they did quote the entire corporation for us, but we had them break it down by site, so please focus only on Perry Worth. So recommending to the board accepting the quote from Brightview to salt and plow our asphalt at Perry Worth. Our custodial and maintenance staff that is on site will continue to handle the salting and clearing of the sidewalks. So this is for the plowing of the asphalt so that our plows, our trucks and plows can remain in Lebanon and concentrate on the schools here. So recommending the seasonal total of $5,340 to have Brightview on call to clear Perry Worth for us in the event of us accumulating snow. Happy to answer any questions, but respectfully.
So is that a one lump sum?
One lump sum for the whole winter. As many times as we need them.
Do we have a motion to approve this contract with Brightview for plowing along of Perry Worth snow? Mrs. Hutchison, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Mrs. Jones, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. There you are. That completes all the action items and the items on this special session. So we will go ahead and adjourn this special session. we'll get ready for our report.